Okay, I'm here. Hopefully. I am live.
And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. Greg, we've got two of the top offensive teams in this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight, defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
Now, here is Halliburton. Pass to Siakam. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's Indiana. To the middle. Here's Nemo. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Ooh, that's going to be an
tell you what,
offensive
that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Now, here is Halliburton. Shot on the wing. And a little luck.
And Halliburton scratches. We've got early substitutions here.
That's one of the things his coaches have encouraged him to do. Look for the mid-range jumper, Tyrese. Way to knock it down.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
And here is Turner. After Tyrese Halliburton was able to get the triple. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Fires the three. Pacers with the rebound. Not much in the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
It's a meltdown.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Halliburton's got 5 points so far.
Halliburton's quickness and agility really makes him hard to deal with, especially when he's in close like that.
And Halliburton slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
For three, Siakam drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Back to Halliburton. Wants to get it to Turner and does. And it's sent back by Turner. And a wide open look for Halliburton. Sinks the triple. 7 points in the game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Jacks up a three. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. I asked him about the challenge of facing Miles Turner. He said this guy is a problem for our offense. Miles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense, but Turner is that guy. Fellas?
Thank you, David. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout.
He's
going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Pacers trail by 5. And it's Halliburton penetrating. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Halliburton's got 7 points in the game.
Driving lanes are created because they have to respect Halliburton's perimeter shot.
And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Count the basket.
As fast as lightning, Halliburton gets it and shoots it in a matter of nanoseconds.
Pass to Turner.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
On the wing, Turner. Back to Halliburton. Indiana moving the ball around. Shots good by Turner.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That is his first foul of the game. Mathurin for 3. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Down low. And stolen by Siakam. Takes the 3. And Mathurin is good for 3.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
This is frantic pace.
Pass to Nembhard. Over Siakam. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
The size and quickness of Mathurin is a deadly combination.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Siakam for 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
Back to Mathurin. Pass to Siakam. And Nembhard has it in the corner. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Nembhard's got 5 now.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at it.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Tyrese Halliburton has been on display for Indiana. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action in just a minute. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Stolen by McConnell. Mathurin for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Mark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
Can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Following the score by Indiana. Goes up on the wing. Shots good by Walker. And the Pacers lead by 5.
And Mathurin proving he can be unselfish, wanting to find his teammates.
McConnell in the corner. Halliburton outside. From outside, off the mark.
and not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Kept alive. The kick out to Walker. Sinks the three-pointer. Walker's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pacers.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy.
Oh, we have 2 people watching now. This is amazing. Oh, well, camera's off.
Pacers trailed by 8.
We are
now
live
let's send it
here.
over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
What
Thanks,
action?
Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. Guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking me in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky's the limit. Clark, obviously, this is a results league for head coaches, and we're always going to see lots of changes at that position.
I think you're exactly right. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time. I would like to see owners and general managers and decision makers be a little more patient, give coaches a little more runway, but we know it's a results-oriented league, and oftentimes the reality is that it's easier to change one coach than it is perhaps to change a handful of players on a roster that's not performing.
Here's Halliburton following the score by Indiana. Halliburton with the steal. Floats it up for Walker. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And Mathurin proving he can be unselfish, wanting to find his teammates.
Here's Toppin.
Ooh.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And with their offensive firepower, have the Pacers, Clark, maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on, and a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards. Those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
Clark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. They do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. I'll tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work. Boy, that's just too easy, guys. Turner, a player you can't allow to get free near the rack. He's a great dunker. Bang.
Here's Nembhard. 5 points in the game. Pacers have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
Pascal Siakam.
Halliburton for 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. They've led by as much as 10. Indiana moving the ball around. And finished off by Siakam.
And those are 2 loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Here's Nembhard. Pass to Turner. A 3-ball.
Oh,
He's good on the 3-ball. Turner's got 9.
He had such a sweet 3-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Now, here's Halliburton. 12 points for him.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
We've got 1:28 left in the first half. And yes, it's good. And now it's a 5-point Pacer lead.
And it's not easy to get that shot on target with so much contact. Siakam just shakes it off, determined to finish through.
Now, here is Halliburton. Pass to Siakam. It's rebounded by Nesmith. Pacers leading by 5. Back to Halliburton. Over Nesmith. And it's Halliburton missing. And Siakam has got the ball here for Indiana. In the corner, it's Nesmith. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the paint, Siakam.
Fucking
It's
horrible.
rebounded by Indiana. There's 31 seconds left here in the second. Inside. Back to Nesmith. Pass to Halliburton. Nailed from three-point land.
And he punishes him.
Halliburton's got 6 here in this quarter.
Halliburton, a really good knockdown shooter, which adds great value to this offense.
Go on, Cole.
And Siakam has it in the corner. Nesmith with the ball. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. It's the Pacers. They lead by 2. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse.
Very
You're
exciting.
watching 2K
Thank you for
Sports.
joining this growing YouTube channel. What a performance, really. High class.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Indiana leading. Now, here is Halliburton. A shot by Nembhard, no good. Last season, Miles Turner became the Pacers' all-time leader in block shots.
That's a pretty impressive feat when you consider some of the Pacers who've played there historically. Jermaine O'Neal, Rick Smith, Roy Hibbert. Come on now. Great work by Miles Turner.
he had to hit it.
We need to give him his flowers now, and I think he's going to continue to add to that shot block total.
Now, here's Nesmith. Following the miss by Miles Turner. Bucket is good.
Halliburton makes it.
Tyrese Halliburton so capable of playing multiple positions and roles for this team. And tonight, he's embraced being the scorer.
Siakam outside. Good on the three-point shot.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind
Thank
the
you
arc.
for joining in.
Here's Turner.
Nice.
Into the lane.
And like a bolt of lightning, Turner strikes quickly on the drive. A thunderous dunker who cannot be denied.
Halliburton outside.
Oh, sneaky.
Pass to Siakam. Good D by Siakam.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Siakam.
And he's not happy with it.
After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get
He's
from
staring him
Pascal
down,
Siakam.
too.
I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Then you know what to do. Show us your move.
And the crowd are really enjoying this one. 45 apiece. Early here in the third. time on.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Halliburton outside. Here's Nembhard. Off target from outside. Here's Indiana. To the inside. Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
Tyrese Halliburton, take a bow, young fella. You deserve it. You have been outstanding.
Oh,
and now
that's
the
lazy.
latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball. I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. Siakam outside. Will it go? And once again off the mark by Indiana. It's tipped. Pass to Nembhard. That falls. Nice feed that time.
Sloppy, but I'll take it. They really needed
Nembhard's got
that
seven.
points there.
You know, to me, this is what you love seeing from Turner, the willingness to give the ball up and get his guys going.
Pacers trailed by 3. And Aaron Nesmith gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Turner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
And Turner's length causes defenses all kinds of problems. I mean, he really uses that length extremely well to draw fouls.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers. Here's Siakam.
Oh,
And
Siakam.
foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you
Haven't
expect
made
to
a
miss the
free throw
mark
tonight.
by that much.
Absolutely. Mathurin for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Mathurin's
just
got
get
the
out of
lead up to
here.
8 now for the Pacers.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Halliburton, he's going to make
Halliburton,
it.
no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Siakam's
Oh,
shot is off.
Siakam is great.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Now here's Turner to the paint. The shot misses the baby hook.
Had to be a foul.
Indiana leading by 8. From the arc. And Indiana, another 3.
Really like it when Turner squares up from outside because he's got a sweet stroke, and because of his size, hard for defenders to get to the shot, and it also stretches the floor, which is good for his team.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Both teams decided to change it up. .127 left in the third. Pass to Toppin. And it's sent back by Turner.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
Pacers trailed by 11. Shepard with the ball. And it's Bryant in the corner. Launches from deep. The shot by Turner, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. Indiana leading by 9. 35 seconds left in the third. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. And a wide open look for Mathurin. Off target with his 3. And here's Indiana.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Here's Shepard. Still without a basket. Pass to Siakam. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And so it's Indiana bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
7-point game. What excitement here.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us.
It was a bit sloppy that third quarter.
Indiana leading by 7.
Maybe not for Indiana.
McConnell scanning the floor.
Oh,
throws it down.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. You might as well just get out of the way when that's the case.
Here's Halliburton. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. 14 points for Tyrese Halliburton.
Now that was nasty. Absolutely nasty. Halliburton looking like a street baller. With that kind of dribble move, major handles.
Tyrese Halliburton is flat out special, Clark. And you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is. An orchestrator, a maestro of platinum level capability. His turnover numbers outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is. Halliburton is just one of those young guys that has a really well-rounded game. Makes shots pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
Even worse.
Now, here's Halliburton.
Now we've got
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Pass to Mathurin. Now Halliburton.
He's got to make it.
And the free ball is good.
Talk about confidence. Halliburton oozing with it. No hesitation off the catch and shoot there.
Here's Mathurin. Back to McConnell. With the drive. Yes, that goes in. McConnell's got 4 points in the quarter. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Pacers. 9-point game. A shot by McConnell, no good. And here are the Pacers now. Pass to Toppin. Now Mathurin. Defended by Mathurin. Indiana moving the ball around. Toppin can't get it to go. Now Mathurin. No good that time. Walker with some nice D. Toppin with the steal. And the dunk by Walker.
Well, it's like that
When
one.
Jarris Walker
There's nothing
stuffs
fancy
it,
about that.
you
That's
feel
straight
those
up for him.
bucks over here.
Here's Mathurin. Toppin pulls it in. Pacers trail by 7. Here's Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
Makes it a 5-point
Give him a
game.
nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He said to them, keep building this lead, guys. Don't take your foot off the gas. Keep working hard. Run our stuff. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Halliburton. After Indiana gets the three. A shot by Nembhard, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Halliburton outside. Siakam, right side. Offensive rebound. Turner. Pass to Nembhard. And here is Neesmith. Turner with the
Didn't
steal.
need to make that extra pass.
This one for three. Neesmith can't get it to go. Pacers trailed by 8. It's Nembhard on the wing. Siakam left side. Turner with the steal. Halliburton on the wing. Pull up Jay. And the bank shot is good. And the Pacers lead by 10. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Pacers.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Here's Neesmith. Second shot opportunity. Halliburton, no good.
Not good enough.
Pacers leading by 10. Pass to Nembhard. For three. Siakam pulls it in. And so here is Indiana. A shot by Nembhard, no good. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Drills it from outside.
Ooh, that's the game.
Nembhard's got the lead
That
up to
is
13
probably
now
the
for
game.
Indiana.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is.
Wow.
I mean, you got to tighten it up on
Just
defense.
started so.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. .131 left in the fourth quarter. Halliburton, no good. Siakam outside. Here's Turner. Banked in off the glass.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pacers.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Tyrese Halliburton.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Now, here's Halliburton. Can they get it? And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Not good.
It goes on Aaron Neesmith.
Man, excellent patience from Turner close to the basket there. I mean, forced the defense to get a little handsy with him in the paint.
And he sinks the second.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a
What a
little bit, but
very
not as much
exciting challenge
as he
this
could
is.
have. One miss can make a big difference.
Here's Walker. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's stolen by Mathurin. The tray. Walker's shot is off. So it's the Pacers now. They trail by 14. Fires the three.
Oh,
Walker with the
just been
rebound.
a cold,
Got a piece of
cold.
it.
Fourth quarter for me, topping.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion
well done.
did, you have to
Dub
feel
C,
good about it. Really an outstanding
aka
effort all the way around.
Skinfanatic.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark.
Excellent.